So hello and welcome. I'm Drew, and today I'm going to share something I learned from a friend of mine over at Lift and Shift. Tom over here uses wonderful programs to help veterans learn better skills. In his Lift and Shift series, which I attended earlier today, I learned how to make a keychain. I figured I'd share that with you. So first off, you'll have to get Tinkercad. It's free. Just download it. You'll get right here, and you'll go ahead and click this wonderful button called Create New Design. All right, so once you click that button, you'll be greeted with the work plane right here. And several operations here will allow you to look, front, top, and Tom did a wonderful job of showing us all these key functions, so I'm able to really show you guys how to really leverage all of that I learned today. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and show. We're going to go ahead and take a cylinder here. That's this wonderful object. It's orange. Don't worry about the color so much. And we're going to go click over here to the size here to adjust these parameters. Right. The first one we're going to do is 30 here. Then we're going to click over here and we're going to go to 30. Right. Then once we have our round circle, it's 30 by 30 essentially. And then we're going to go over here to get the height and we're going to change that to 3. Now all these numbers I'm telling you are in millimeters. It's automatically defaulted in millimeters. So just bear with me there. Sorry if I wasn't clear on that. All right, so we've got the first round object here. We're going to go down here to this wonderful torus, and we're going to drag it. We don't have to drag it on top of it, but we're going to bring it right over here, right? And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to change these. We're going to make this 35 because I want it slightly larger than this coin here, essentially. We'll just call it a coin or disc, but it's going to be your keychain when we're done. Right, so we got this nice 30, 30, and we're going to click here because we want this to be no higher than 3 millimeters. Now that we have that, we're going to bring it right up over here, and we're going to hold Shift, clicking on the object, then, while still holding Shift, click on the other object, and then we're going to go over to this little top little guy here. It says Align. We're going to hit the Align, and you see here we got all these wonderful little doodads here. This one here, we're going to hit that. I'm going to try to hit it here, and that should almost look like they're centered, one would say, but I don't think my torus is the correct dimensions. Oh, it's not. See here? Made a simple mistake. I made this 35, but I forgot to make this 35, so it looks oval, almost like an eye. So we'll change that to 35. Right, now it's a little off, no big worry. We're going to click on this guy, holding Shift, click on the orange part, so we got both parts. And when you know you got both parts, these options will open up. And you'll hit Align again. And remember, we'll just get this little jobby guy here, like so. And now they're aligned. By seeing in gray, they're aligned in height. Various, because you can push this one up against that wall by clicking that. But we're going to go right there. They're nicely aligned, and it's there. I'm going to give a quick view here. You'll see that it's got a little bit of a purchase lip here and a little bit there. We can adjust that simply and easily by taking our first object and reducing its height from 3 to 2.75. I'm just guessing here. And now that should create a complete disc inside. And below, flat, yep. Oh, I took care of one part, didn't do that. Okay, so I'm not successful there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the wonderful Command Z function. We're gonna go right back to where we were. We're just gonna leave that alone, that's fine. Not a big deal, not a big issue. We're gonna come up to the top here. Whoop, sorry. Hit the wrong thing here. Wonderful thing about this box is you can change your view. If you're OCD like me, you can readjust it so it's pretty much as where you need it the most. Take it, put it in the center, that sort of thing. And we're gonna go over here to this wonderful tube, and we're gonna make the point where the keychain part goes in, or the key part, the key ring of the keychain will go through. Now, obviously we don't need it to be that large, So we're going to take that, we're going to say, we'll make this something like 7 along here. Remember, if we don't even it out, it's going to be a wonderful oval, so we'll make it 7 and 7. And then remember, the overall height was 3 millimeters. So click there, and we'll change that to 3. Hit enter there. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to come in close, and we're going to grab this object, and we're going to just kind of bump it. Just kind of push it up against it, like so, boom. And you'll see that it's showing that it's merged into it, like it's kind of stuck together like that. And if you go to this view here, you can see that if I push it in, right, as I push it in, it'll show me that this part of the ridge is actually in the ring. So I can just kind of back it off. You just want to make sure it's touching, that's all. All right, so this little, like, as it was described as a pocket watch look, is basically the core of the keychain that he taught us. And now you can do wonderful things from here, like he showed us. You can take this heart, you can drag it over here, and now we can put it in here, right? Or we can cut it out and take it down to size here to something like so. And then we hit here, and we remember that that's 10. We just go to 3, change that to 3, and it should put a nice little hole in it for us. Right? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize I could rotate it like that. Sorry, that was the wrong axis. I was hoping to turn it, and I pulled the wrong one. And that's just a simple drag and turn. Let's put a little heart in it. That was a thing. You can do little cutouts in it. Let's delete that. And we're back to the main piece here. We can add some text, which is really cool. You know, and you just simply scale it to whatever you want. Now to change the text, you can, it's this window here. You delete the previous, and you say like, okay, let's do something like, hey, or better yet, keys. It's a key ring. Let's keep it simple, right? Well, that's too thick. We're gonna make that something like 3 mils. Oh, what happened? Hit the wrong button. Command Z brings it all back. Look at that. I hit something wrong. Didn't know what I hit. Just hit Command Z, and it'll bring it right back to what you were doing right before. Take that. Now we can kind of set it in there. Oh, wrong turning axis. It was this one that I wanted. Rotate it into position. Scale it around a little bit. You know, you can move it on there. We can adjust the height a little bit. But you can essentially get pretty creative at it at this point. It's basically what Tom showed us today, and I thought it was really cool. I figured I'd share it with all of you. So this is the simple keyring. Thanks, Tom. Oh, and once again, go out, check out Lift and Shift. It's one of these wonderful veteran programs that just taught me this today, and I felt like I needed to share it with you. So give it a shout out. Go check it out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys again.